Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a barrel swap on this Uintah Precision UPR-10. We're going to convert it from a 243 into a 6.5 creedmoor. This is a pretty simple job and it requires minimal tools. Uintah Precision provided me with this barrel nut wrench. It's got a 1/2-inch drive for the ratchet, and then we're going to go ahead and take the barrel nut off once we get the handguard taken off. We're going to start by popping the pins on the upper and lower. Go ahead and push that through. Now that we've separated the upper from the lower, we're just going to remove these 4 Allen heads right here. Once you've loosened the Allen heads there, you're going to remove them completely and then remove them out of the back side of the rifle. So there will be a threaded side like this, and then the other side is a spacer. Now some of these spacers might be a little stubborn, so what you can do is you can thread them in from the reverse side. Put them in a few threads, then take your Allen wrench and actually push it down through. Now we have flipped the rifle over. We can actually see the spacers on the back side here, and then we're just going to give them a little tap from this side and pop them out. Once you're done with this stage, you should have 4 threaded wedges and 4 straight through spacers, and then 4 Allen screws. The way these work is as they are inside the rifle, once you start tightening the Allen screw, it's a wedge and self-tightens up against the handguard. You will need to remove them to remove the handguard. Alright, now we have all the hardware removed, and the handguard will simply twist and come off the rifle. As we can see here, there are 4 rings that hardware locks into. That's why you must remove the hardware to remove the handguard, because they're locked into those rings. Let's go ahead and slide the barrel nut wrench on. Now this thing's ready to be taken out, clamped in a vise, and we're going to remove this barrel. So now we've got our wrench installed, we've got our breaker bar hooked onto it, and we're going to go ahead and remove it. Once you've got it broken off, it should spin off freely. Okay, and the barrel should slide right out of the receiver. A nice snug fit. And now you've removed your barrel. Receiver with no barrel. Right there, the barrel has a place to guide in so that it's centered and that the lugs will lock in properly. And then we're going to throw the barrel nut back on and rechamber it into a new rifle. I showed you the upper is keyed for the barrel. This is a good snug fit. Make sure that that's aligned and is seated properly. Then we're going to go ahead and put the barrel nut on and torque it back up. Uintah Precision does recommend that you torque it to 100 foot-pounds. Now the reason that we are able to swap barrels so easily is their proprietary collar that they install on these barrels. And with the bolt, they can set head spacing, and they can ship you a barrel that is already head spaced. You can drop it in your rifle and buy as many barrels and different chamberings that you want. Machine their bolts to high enough tolerances that they are able to set head space from the factory on different barrels, and you can drop them in, not a problem at all. We just demonstrated swapping from a 243 to a 6.5 creedmoor. We checked headspace on both, and they both passed with flying colors. At this point, our barreled receiver is now ready for its handguard again. It's a good snug fit. Be sure to run it all the way back. Then we're going to reinstall our hardware. Keep in mind when reinstalling your handguard, be sure that you get it lined up correctly with the top rail. That way, once you deploy your bipod, your rifle has a better chance of being level. So you want to ensure when you reinstall the hardware that you put the flat wedge towards the barrel. So we're going to drop this little spacer in through here. And then our other side, we're going to ensure that the wedge is against the barrel. You can hold the threaded side with one finger. Allen screw in with one hand. And go ahead and tighten it up. Now let's reinstall the bolt to ensure that it is functioning properly. Flawless. Locks up just fine, exactly as it should. At this point, the upper can now be mated with the lower again. Go ahead and drop in both pins, and she's a complete rifle again. Functioning correctly. Now at this point, we've converted this rifle from a .243 into a 6.5 Creedmoor. Let's go ahead and check functionality. Now she's a 6.5 Creedmoor. Minimum tools required, can be done at home like I just demonstrated. This gun's awesome. It's time to take it out and go shoot at long range. Check out Uintah Precision. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll talk to you later.